amiguitos, did you miss me? I am back. Welcome to another episode of Cooking with Ceja!
It's Cooking with Ceja! Ceja! Cooking with Ceja! Ceja!
Today we're going to try things a little differently. So rather than a recipe that I've either brought from my past or kind of run across, we are following a recipe that comes from a prepped meal that I bought at the grocery store. This is a local crate meal kit. What's pretty neat about it is you can go to your Target and this box is supposed to have everything you need to make dinner. You can go on their website and subscribe for home delivery or pick up in store. They have a ton of yummy recipes. I kind of saw a couple at Target. This one caught my eye. It's the Chipotle Chicken with Mexican street corn and cilantro lime rice. I read that backwards. I'm so proud of myself. So let's unbox this. Just looking at it, this promises to be ready in 30 to 35 minutes. Makes 2 servings. This was about $18, so $9 a serving. Not too bad. There's a recipe card inside and the ingredients are locally sourced and it even gives you the farm it comes from. All right, here we go. Let's see what else is on here. Boo! And there it is, guys. Everything we're supposed to need to make our Chipotle chicken, street corn, and cilantro lime rice. We have cilantro, Mexican crema, tomato paste, chipotle morita powder. This is corn avi, jasmine rice. Ooh, they got the rice in there too. Cotija cheese. I'm guessing this is the... And a lime. And guys, I am surprised, like, for something coming out of a box, everything looks super fresh. I don't know how they managed it, but it looks super fresh. I'm pretty happy to see that. I was expecting a recipe card, but when they said inside, I guess they meant literally the inside of this is the recipe card. So let's open this up. First impression, I'm a little overwhelmed by the amount of instructions because it seems like, hey, it's just a couple of ingredients. I could probably toss them together and figure it out. But let's do this. Here we have the ingredients that are included. So what we will need salt, black pepper, olive oil, or canola oil. You know what? I can do that. I just feel like for the $18.99 price point, like the salt and pepper could have still been included, like a little packet. Come on, girl. Like really, if I'm already paying $18.99. The first thing it wants us to do is mise en place. At first, I thought this was giving me French instructions, but it means everything in place. So pretty much our prep. Okay, we're gonna preheat our grill. I'm using a cast iron grill for the stovetop, so I'll get that hot. Wash and dry all our produce, so let's do that. And then we'll start shucking our corn, trim ends, zest lime. So step 1 was to wash our produce. So we have our corn washed, our cilantro washed, and then we were to shuck the corn. Corn's shucked. There are the ends cut off as well. Then it asked for us to zest our lime. I didn't know how much, so I'm guessing we'll use that zest for our cilantro lime rice later. Next, it wants us to cut the limes in half and then juice them, so we'll do that. I had to make the assumption that the lime juice should go in a separate container, so we'll do that. Next, we're going to tear cilantro leaves and tender stems. Ooh, nice and tender stems, okay. Usually, I would just chop the cilantro with a knife, but since it says tender stems, I'm guessing it's these smaller stems, and we're going to get rid of this bigger piece in the center, the main stem. Next, we're to remove the chicken breast from its package, wash it and pat it dry. Remember to practice food safety and do this in a separate area from where your produce is being prepared. These are 2 chicken breasts included in that pack. You can already tell there's like none of that slime. They're antibiotic free. They're both 6 ounces, so they're not skimping you out on the protein, guys. And I guess now they're supposed to chill because step number 2 already is starting and it says to cook the rice. So let's move on to that. So I'm following these instructions to the T. It says, in a medium pot, combine jasmine rice, tomato paste, pinch of salt, 1.5 cups of water, stirring to dissolve the tomato paste. It doesn't tell me to turn on my stove yet, so I'm not going to do it. There's my jasmine rice. In goes the tomato paste. And I smelled this to see if it had like a spice blend or anything. It doesn't. It's like straight up tomato paste. 1.5 cups of water, pinch of salt, and then we stir until the tomato paste dissolves. I've legit been stirring for like 4 minutes. I'm just going to call this dissolved enough. So now it says to turn up to medium heat and bring this to a boil. So let's do that. And that should probably dissolve the rest, guys. Just a quick little knock though. This is broken up into 6 main steps. So you'd expect to be done with 2 before you move on to 3. But rice takes a while to cook. So common sense says go to 3. My OCD is kicking in, but we're still going to do it because we is kind, we is smart, we is important. And if you had your griddle heating up since step 1 when it told you to, by now it'd be smoking like a mother. So just watch for the temperature, get it nice and hot. If you need to season it with some oil, go ahead and do that. Those are just a couple of things that I'm adding on. All right, to prep our chicken, it says combine chicken breast with 1 tablespoon of oil, half of the chipotle morita powder, 1 teaspoon of lime juice, and a pinch of salt and pepper. I would want to make my marinade first, so I'm actually not going to put my chicken in first. I'll do 1 tablespoon of oil and then add the powder and the lime juice and the salt and pepper. Also, pro tip, when opening chili, do not use your teeth. Don't be lazy. Grab some scissors because I totally just did it and it's spicy, guys. It says toss to coat the chicken, so we're coating it. And it looks like it coats pretty fast. It's a pretty thick marinade. Pretty happy with it. Now we are supposed to brush 1 tablespoon of oil and grill our chicken. My apologies, local crate. It does make more sense to season it and oil it and now add the chicken so you don't have your grill going off and smoking. My bad. Addendum, it does say on step 2 to proceed to step 3, but it says it at the very end. Oh shit, my chicken's smoking. Give me a second. This is where the chaos starts happening. My rice boiled, covered that up. Oh my gosh. Chipotle when it's smoking is no bueno. Ooh, that looks pretty, y'all. Look at that. Nice char over the top. So we cook these about 5 minutes on each side. Make sure, once your chicken is cooked, you're gonna take it, place it on a cutting board, and let it rest. This is very important with meat because it allows it to reabsorb all the juices and give you that nice flavor. Look at how thick and juicy these pieces of chicken breast already look. Guys, this is quality meat. I will say that. Next, the recipe calls for 1 tablespoon of olive oil to be rubbed on the outside of our corn. Clean my iron cast grill. Our corn is gonna go right on that and grill all the way around. Our corn's supposed to take about 10 to 15 minutes to cook all the way around. My rice is still absorbing all its water, so I'm gonna move on to the next step. This time I kind of read through it. It's okay. So we're gonna prepare our crema, which is gonna go over the top. This is exactly what makes it that street style corn without the cart stolen from the grocery store. That's not needed, guys. You can do this in your kitchen. You don't need to hunt the corn man down. This is a little bit of a fancier version because the corn man usually uses, you know, that big tub of mayo, some Parmesan cheese, and some chili over the top. But this is Mexican crema going into 2 teaspoons of lime juice. We're gonna add a pinch of salt and a quick little dash of pepper. That's good. And the lime adds that flavor at the very end when the corn man spritz down your corn with the lime. It's in the crema, guys. It's already in there. At this point, my rice is ready. It wants us to fluff it with the fork. So just break it up in there, make it nice and fluffy. And then we're gonna fold in our cilantro with the tender stems and 1 teaspoon of lime juice. My apologies, 1 teaspoon of lime zest. So this is where that lime zest comes into play. And that completes our cilantro lime rice. We're just gonna fold that in and incorporate those flavors of the cilantro and the lime into the rice. My corn has a nice char all the way around. I think Rihanna would definitely pull up at the side of the street to buy one of these. So we're gonna go ahead and finish it off with our crema and cotija cheese. It wants me to smear the entire corn with the crema. I took a brush and a skewer. You know, quick little pro tip here. And then we are to roll it in our cotija cheese. This is probably the messiest part of the whole recipe. Other than that, everything was super clean. All my trash is like in one box that I could just throw away at the very end. So that's awesome. And luckily I've seen the corn man do this many times, so not too bad. You can then use the remaining chipotle powder to season your corn depending on how spicy you like it. This is pretty spicy, guys, because the chicken itself was pretty spicy. I gave it a quick little taste. I'm telling you, I burned my tongue earlier. So what do you guys think? Look, pretty much like the picture. If you are not, you know, a gourmet everyday cook, I mean, you could make a pretty impressive meal here. Let's give everything a taste and then I'll give my thoughts on this recipe. The pigmentation on the crema and cotija cheese was amazing, by the way. So as far as my meal, chicken, absolutely delicious, guys. You can taste the quality of the meat. The chipotle was a little spicy. I am a terrible Mexican. I'm so sorry. So if you like spice, this recipe, great for you. But it wasn't too bad. I just added a little lime and it killed that spice. The elote was super good, guys. The char on the outside is definitely taking it to that gourmet level because you're getting like elote rostizado with all the street corn ingredients. I definitely love the crema over mayo. I'm not knocking the corn guy because God knows he got me through my childhood and gave me daily exercise running after his ass down the street. So we definitely love street corn, but this is gourmet, very authentic, very good. This is where we have a problem. So the cilantro lime rice, thank you for calling it cilantro lime rice and not Spanish rice. But when I see red rice, I'm expecting to get the full flavor that Spanish rice has, and this did not have it. It was bland, y'all. I would definitely try this whole thing again by the box, but next time I would definitely add some chicken stock instead of the 1.5 cups of water. And I think that chicken stock, that's why I was wondering if the tomato paste had like extra seasoning. I like a Mexican rice with cilantro lime would be just as good. If not, just eliminate the tomato paste altogether and season it a little bit more and just call it cilantro lime white rice instead of making me think I'm having a red Spanish rice. Now, $18.99 does seem like a lot for 2 servings. However, guys, think about it. Like if you're meal prepping and you're going out to buy a meal prep, you're probably already spending $7 to $10. So this is around $9 a meal. There is also a lot left over. Like if you are prepping for the day and you don't want to eat the full amount, like you can legit make 4 meal preps out of this. That's 680 calories per serving according to the nutrition facts. So that's 340. Am I doing math right? I haven't done math in a long time. 340 calories is not a huge amount of calories, especially for something that's fresh, locally sourced. Like I feel good about myself after eating this meal. If you're just trying to learn to cook and it's not necessarily about, you know, what you're eating, this is a great alternative too, because let's say you're trying to impress someone, you're bringing them over, you swiped right on them and you matched, and you want a budget, you have a whole dinner for 2, and you get to cook it and impress them and make them think you made something. Throw away the box, guys. That's another handy thing. Look, this whole box has all my trash. It goes in the garbage bin and I'm done with cleanup. Local Crate, definitely excited to run on over to Target and try some of your other meal kits. This one is Cooking with Ceja approved. Thank you for watching this week's episode of Cooking with Ceja. I know we're trying a little something different, but I hope you liked it. Now, special announcement for all of you. As a thank you to all you fans that always tune in, we are giving away a NutriBullet blender. And next week, I will give you the instructions on what we will need to do. And by we, I mean you. So here's how the contest is gonna work, okay? I'm gonna give you a whole week to start prepping, because next week, I wanna hear you sing the Cooking with Ceja jingle. That's right, practice. Loosen up those vocal cords, because we are Cooking with Ceja!